Alright, what's up, y'all son bitches? It's 4 Deer back here with another gosh darn damn video, and this time we're going to be talking about my opinion on underage dippers. Now, this is kind of a biased opinion, considering the fact that I was an underage dipper for a while, for about 3 years, until I became of age in order to dip. So I'm going to have a biased opinion about it. Now, the way I see it is underage dipping is not a, like, I don't think it's a problem. I think that you should be a teenager, definitely, at least 13. But other than that, I don't think it's a problem. In fact, if my kid wants to dip at 13, then power to him. Now, don't just assume that I'm sitting there and I'm saying underage dippers are they're okay, because I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you're responsible enough to handle the responsibilities of dipping and being able to not go to school with it, or if you do go to school with it and not get caught, then you should be able to dip. If I catch my son or my daughter, whoever, whichever part of my family that comes from me wants to dipping before 13, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and I've told this to a million people, I'm going to make them put a whole can in, and if they can handle it, and also I'm going to make them work out in the backyard, like mow the grass or something, and if they can handle a full can while mowing the grass and everything, then they're a better man than me, and they can dip all they want to. But other than that, 13's my limit for dippers. I think that's a good limit. I don't see a problem. I don't see why dip is outlawed. It doesn't really, require much responsibility in order to do, because it's just kind of something to do to the side. And when I was doing it underage, I was very responsible about it and never got caught doing it. Not saying that you should just go in there and just try not to get caught, which I will have a video about that too, but that's not what I'm insinuating at all. What I'm actually trying to say is that do it responsibly. Make sure you're at least 13 to be good in my book, and yeah, that's my opinion on underage dipping. Now, one thing I will say about underage dipping is that, a lot of your parents won't approve of it unless they're dippers themselves, and that's it's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing because it is kind of nasty, and if you're not responsible with it, then it can get you into a lot of trouble at school and with your family in general. But it's, as far as I know, it's not a cancer carcinogen, so it's not going to cause cancer, no matter what age. It might cause a little bit of tooth decay and all that, but as long as you brush your teeth and do it responsibly, then it's unlikely that that's going to cause that too. Because look at my teeth; they're a little bit yellow now because I haven't brushed them. But point is that my teeth are good, and I've been dipping for 4 years. So, and I don't have cancer or anything like that, as far as I know. So I don't think it's a very unsafe thing to do. I think it's one of the best habits that you can pick up as, no habit that you can pick up is a good habit, but it's one of the better habits, like, because there's underage people are going to do whatever underage people want to do. If they want to smoke weed, they're going to smoke weed. If they want to dip, they're going to dip. If they want to smoke cigarettes, that's what they're going to do. You can't control that. And try to control that is stupid. So, me personally, I'd rather my son or my daughter or whoever was part of my family that came in the later generation, I'd rather them dip than smoke, because smoke is a cancer carcinogen. Smoking will cause you cancer. It can also cause emphysema and lots of other lung problems that run in my family. Dipping isn't, so I don't really see a problem with it being underage or any age, really. But it is a nasty habit, and you definitely shouldn't encourage people. If you are an underage dipper, you shouldn't encourage other underage people to dip, because that's just wrong. Uh, but yeah, if you just want to start because you want to start, then that's on you. Uh, my opinion's definitely been swayed through the years for dipping. when I first started dipping, I really thought it was disgusting. I thought it was terrible, and I just didn't want to do it. And I just did it more to be cool with my friends and that kind of thing, which isn't the best way to get started in dipping, but that's how I got started. Now, it wasn't until about 2-3 months after I started dipping that I actually started to enjoy it. And I think the reason why most people who start dipping don't enjoy it is because of the fact they don't know how to do it properly. And I'll explain a little bit of how to do it properly in this video. One thing you want to know is, you want to put it right here. You want to put it above your teeth, okay? Not on your tongue or anything like that when you first start dipping, because it can be nasty at first. And you can't truly appreciate the taste when you're swallowing all the time or getting it in the back of your mouth all the time. So to figure out how to dip, you want to pack your can, okay? And then you want to just take a pinch out, whatever size you want. And when you put it in, rub it up against at first, when you're starting, it's not very bad to do this. Take it, push your mouth out, and then put it in. The way that most people see that the right way to do it is just put it in. Now, if you're going to come in there like balls to the wall when you first start dipping, then what you want to do is you want to take it and put it against your lip and then slide it down in between your teeth. Take your tongue, rake the top of your teeth off, stick it down next to the other dip that you have. And keep it in your mouth by holding spit to one side and your dip to the other. And spit when you need to. But yeah, another thing about underage dipping is getting caught in school. That's a big issue. One way to not get caught in school is to put it to the back like that, and then it looks like I'm just normal right now. Like if I was sitting in class, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now, if a teacher tries to talk to you when you got dipping, put your tongue down, push it up against, crush it, and then talk, and you're fine. A good way to hide bottles that we used to do at my school is we used to take Coke bottles that we'd get out of the vending machine. If you're in high school, which you should be by the time you start dipping, unless you start at middle school, and if that's the case, then hopefully you got a vending machine. If not, then bring your own Coke. But take a Diet Coke or regular Coke or whatever Coke you don't want, drink half of it, and then spit in the other half. And don't ever throw your dip turds in it. Whenever you get done dipping, make sure you throw it in the trash can or something like that so that it doesn't catch up. You also want to make sure that you don't have this at the top of your can or your bottle, whatever. But yeah, when we would do it, we would try to avoid talking to teachers and avoid just any way we could get caught. We'd put it in the back of our mouth, dip at lunch mainly, because we had an outside lunch, so we would dip at lunch, and that's how we concealed it. But if you're trying to conceal it any other way, then like I said, the best way to do it is to push it to the side of your mouth as far as you can without it coming up, and keep it like I'm doing right now. Another way is to spread it out, because if you put it all in one area and pinch it up, it's going to look like this. Right here. And you don't want it to look like that because you don't want nobody knowing that you're dipping. So spread it out like that. Pretend like you're taking a drink. And spit when you get done taking a drink. Put the cap back on to make sure the smell doesn't get out. If you got a pocket in your jacket, what we used to do is all of us carried those Carhartt jackets, and there's a pocket right here for Carhartt jackets, and we put it there and keep it like that, and it would conceal it. You don't want to have it as in your back pocket like you're dipping on the streets, because they'll notice it. Another way is to actually take it out of the can and put it in a beef jerky can in order to conceal it even further. And once you get all those steps down, and you know how to spit right when somebody's not looking, you could dip anywhere without nobody knowing about it. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And that's my opinion on underage dipping. So we'll see you later, fellas. The Florida Dipper signing out. Once again, bye-bye.